effort to dissuade Mormon voters in Utah from voting for Trump, an anti-Trump super PAC has resorted to slut shaming. Now, Liz Mayer, who is a Republican strategist whose anti-Trump super PAC is called Make America Awesome, has launched the Facebook campaign last week, and she said that each ad is expected to reach around 10,000 Mormons of voting age a day. Now, one of the memes that is included in this Facebook campaign is the one you're about to see on your screen that features Trump's wife, Melania. It says, "Meet Melania Trump, your next first lady," or you could support Ted Cruz on Tuesday. Now, I have a lot of thoughts that I want to get out really quick before I turn this over to you guys. And I'm frustrated by this, first of all, because it's going to make me defend Trump. And second of all, it's like I get their motive here, right? So the Mormons have issues with Trump for a lot of different reasons, for his stance on immigration, for the way that he treats education. Also, of course, they love Romney, and when Romney spoke out against Trump, that was like, you know, their gold. But I really get frustrated when people equate pictures like this with having to do anything with her personality, with her professionalism, with any sort of charity work that she might do as First Lady. And I think it is it's such a low blow and so detrimental to society as a whole, to women as a whole, and I think it is just like the most disgusting form of slut shaming. And
She looks pretty good.
She looks,
pretty good.
Counterpoint.
I would vote for Trump if I saw that. I'd be like, look, this guy obviously looks the way he does, and he scored some top shelf, beautiful, educated, smart, intelligent woman like Melania Trump. And if he's able to do that for himself,
how educated?
Yeah, we have no idea.
No, I don't.
But
now I'm just judging it off of what Hannah just said. She's like, oh, she could do beautiful things for America as the first lady, even though we are all assuming here. I'm just saying that if Trump can do that for himself, what could he do for America? That's the question I would be thinking in the back of my mind if I saw that ad.
Okay, I'm not going to. I know you are, and I'm not saying I agree with Hasan Piker here on this, but I do think that he is right that a lot of people will think that way, right? Even in Utah. So Trump's numbers are down to 11% in Utah, so they don't like that to talk about his penis. It's just a lot of things about Trump turn off the Mormon voters, and Romney doesn't play well in the rest of the country. He's not that popular, but for Mormons in Utah, he is popular.
He wears super underwear.
Yeah, and they already had Trump down here. I think all this does is let him back up, because I think a lot of guys in Utah will go think, just like Haas just said, like, hey, dude, man, if he can get that, then that guy's a winner. You know, I want to be winning like that guy.
That's literally his campaign strategy, is pretty much that to begin with. Not Melania, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and Hannah, I've seen comments, and you look at your comments online, and some pundits, etc., that when Melania comes on the stage with him after the primary nights when he wins, people are like, oh, that's great. You see that? She's hot. So that means Trump's a winner.
So I'm not really speaking to the efficacy of the campaign or how it's going to play out, or whether or not people think his wife's hot, and that speaks to his accomplishments or whatever that may be. What I'm really speaking to is to imply here that she is somehow going to be a bad first lady, or this speaks to any of her qualifications.
Do you really think Melania
first
Trump
lady.
is going to be a good first lady?
It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. But the fact that they would post a picture like this where she is showing her body and have that suggest that somehow speaks to any of her professionalism and her ability to be a first lady, that frustrates me.
They're trying to appeal to Mormon sensibilities. So you can't say that their sensibilities are wrong just because they think that this is going to work for them.
Well, no, we can't say their sensibilities.
I mean, you could say that.
We're the Young Turks. We can say anything we like.
I know.
So I'm with Hannah. I mean, look, of course, that picture doesn't say anything about her qualifications otherwise, or her professionalism, etc. But of course, the Mormons who wear special underwear or secret underwear or whatever kind of underwear they wear are going to be looking at someone wearing no underwear, A, be secretly turned on, okay, and
not
B,
so secretly,
and B, say, oh, that's classless. That's classless.
Yeah.
Can I just bring up something?
Look, just focus on one thing here. Look, the point we're all trying to make together in our own ways is like, yeah, if you take our clothes off, we're all nude. We all have human bodies. And the fact that we have human bodies, and some of us have been pictured with, in those bodies, does not indicate anything else about that person, right? Like, we don't know what her IQ is. We don't know if she's classy or not classy. We don't know what her views are, right? And so, to me, that picture doesn't say anything.
Here's what I don't understand. Mormons have access to the internet, and it's obvious to me because this is an internet-only, this is a Facebook-only campaign that they're running. How are they still Mormons?
Well, actually, that's a legitimate question.
It doesn't make any sense to me when they can look up Joseph Smith's history, they can look up, the crazy top 10 crazy things that Mormons believe and be like, whoa, wait a minute, like there isn't different tiers for our heaven. Wait, hold on. Missouri is the capital of our the cultural hub of our religion. Why did they pick that?
Yeah, well, so we've done a story here about there was a guy who was proselytizing for Mormons in Europe, and then somebody told him what his religion actually says, and then he went online. He's like, "There's no way that's true." He goes online and he's like, "Oh my God, it's true!" And he stops being Mormon. But in mass, that will happen in my prediction, and everybody thinks, "Oh, I'm outrageous and crazy." I think it'll happen for all the religions. You think Jerusalem is any more holy than Missouri? It's a rundown city that happens to be in the Middle East instead of in the middle of America, right? Instead of the Midwest. There's no more anything special about Jerusalem or Mecca or Medina. Just because they put a couple of statues up in Mecca a couple of thousand years ago, that doesn't make it any more special than Missouri. So all of our religions are based on nonsense. And I got news for you, Haas. Jesus didn't walk on water.
Whoa, dude, what?
And Allah didn't talk to Muhammad on top of a mountain, nor did he talk to Moses on top of a mountain. So yeah, all of this is going to get exposed, but in the meanwhile, they're going to be outraged that humans have bodies. And
but they don't have the same foundation, is what I'm saying. Like the same historical foundation of years and years of basically training people to believe a certain way that Islam and Judaism and Christianity has had. They don't have that benefit of years of brainwashing.
Right, they haven't brainwashed people for as long.
I know.
That's true. One last thing about this. So we're defending Trump here, maybe our only defense of him ever, because his wife shouldn't be judged on some pictures she took. Now, let's also note for the record that if Michelle Obama had pictures like that, every Trump supporter would be like, "No class, unacceptable. She's got to go. Look at these people that are in the White House and degrading the White House."